Catching fish is fun.
And nice fish, too.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Nice comments last night, City Council on that.
Chuck, could you close that door, please?
Nice.
Yeah. In fact, you even got some kudos.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm not used to that.
Hey, sometimes you build them, they'll come, and they really will.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Happen there, and that's wonderful, because you can't do enough stuff for the kids. That's a great thing to be able to have out there.
With everything going on.
If everybody please stand, I'm going to ask prayer led by Pastor Valerie Gittings.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a poem today.
That's great.
By Irish poet John O'Donohue. It's kind of a prayer for those who hold power. So this is for you. May the gift of leadership awaken in you as a vocation. Keep you mindful of the providence that calls you to serve. As high over the mountains the eagle spreads its wings, may your perspective be larger than the view from the foothills. When the way is flat and dull, in times of gray endurance, may your imagination continue to evoke horizons. When thirst burns in times of drought, may you be blessed to find the wells. May you have the wisdom to read time clearly and know when the seed of change will flourish. In your heart, may there be a sanctuary for the stillness where clarity is born. May your work be infused with passion and creativity and have the wisdom to balance compassion and challenge. May your soul find the graciousness to rise above the fester of small mediocrities. May your power never become a shell wherein your heart would silently atrophy. May you welcome your own vulnerability as the ground where healing and truth join. May integrity of soul be your first ideal, the source that will guide and bless your work.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Valerie. Chuck, would you lead us in a pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Commission meeting will come to order. Kris, the first item, please.
We have the acceptance of the minutes from the March 10th, 2021 meeting.
I move the commission to accept the minutes as presented.
I second that motion.
And I'll concur. The next item.
We have exonerations 2021-62 through 2021-87 from the assessor.
So the recommendation of the prosecuting attorney and the assessor, I'll move the president sign the order.
I second that.
And I'll concur. The next item, please.
We have waivers and applications for short-form settlements, proposed settlements, and annual settlement reports from the fiduciary supervisor in the following estates: Wise, Barnes, Morose, Wilson, Geraldine, Batson, Adams, Shuck, Hall, Neighbors, Napple, Minor, Panza, Neal, Hayhurst, Van Gilder, Ray, Merrifield, Tuttle, Martin, Eddy, Radford, Haber, Oliveto, Kane, Hamrick, Haney, Sestito, Shriver, Cunningham, Fluharty, and Myers. And this order requires a signature of the commission as well as the clerk.
Is there anybody here today with any objections to the settlement hearings order?
Seeing no objection, I'll move that the commission sign the order.
Second the motion.
And I'll concur. Kris, next item, please.
We have a proclamation for American Red Cross. Whereas March is American Red Cross Month, a special time to honor the kindness of our neighbors who aid families in need locally in Marion County, West Virginia, across the United States and around the world. Their dedication touches millions of lives each year as they carry out the organization's 140-year mission of preventing and alleviating suffering. Whereas during trying times of the coronavirus pandemic, people have stepped up to help others in need, whether it was responding to this year's record-breaking disasters across the country or rolling up their sleeves to give blood when our country faced a severe blood shortage. Whereas in West Virginia, local families have relied on local volunteers for comfort and hope while coping with home fires, floods, and more. The Red Cross and its local volunteers helped over 700 families impacted by home fires in West Virginia, many in Marion County, by addressing their urgent needs like food, lodging, and recovery support. Whereas West Virginia volunteers have supported local families in other ways too. Last year in West Virginia, the Red Cross collected over 30,000 units of life-saving blood while providing COVID-19 antibody testing to every donor, and provided nearly 3,000 services to military members, veterans, and their families. Whereas this life-saving work is vital to strengthening our community's resilience. Nearly 200 years since the birth of American Red Cross founder Clara Barton, we dedicate this month of March to all of those who continue to advance her noble legacy, and we ask others to join their commitment to care for other people in need. Therefore, be it resolved, the Marion County Commission dedicates March 2021 as Red Cross Month to all those who support the American Red Cross mission to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies. Our community depends on the American Red Cross, which relies on volunteers and the generosity of the public to perform its mission.
Thank you, Kris. The Red Cross is just extremely important to us, and it's truly life-saving work that you all provide for our communities. And we just thank you so much for everything you do. And on behalf of the County Commission, we'd like to present, I think you're here, Allen Staggers will receive us. Take this down. We again thank you so much for everything you do, provide the services you do for Marion County residents.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the commission's support. If you would, I'd just like to mention a couple things.
You're right ahead, please do.
Take a photo.
You're right here, you're good right here.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
well,
right there, everybody can see.
so this proclamation helps build awareness and thank our donors and our volunteers. Red Cross is primarily a volunteer organization, and these proclamations actually started under President FDR, and it's sort of an annual tradition. A few facts about specific to Marion County. Last year we collected more than 600 units of blood here in Marion County, and all those were tested for COVID antibodies. And there was obviously a severe shortage for blood last year. Just to put that in perspective, though, every day the Red Cross collects 13,000 units of blood in the United States. We provided over 96 cases of support to the what we call service to the armed forces. A lot of people don't realize that the American Red Cross is the agency in charge. When a service member is deployed and there's a family emergency at home, we're the agency that verifies that emergency, so the service personnel can be released. And then again, sadly last year, we did respond to 8 families that experienced a home fire. And we're there to provide food, clothing, shelter, emotional support. We try to be the best part of somebody's worst day. And we just thank our volunteers and our donors, and this all helps to get the word of Red Cross out, and we're always looking for support and volunteers. So thank you very much.
You were there when Mannington flooded here a few years ago. I see the wall of his house got almost destroyed. The home that he grew up in up there, and there was several feet of water in the basement there. The Red Cross supplied a lot of things, cleaning supplies. They did a lot of work up there, and they actually set a station up there back in behind where the new hardware store is, and you could get supplies and material things that helped everybody up there. But again, the life saving in many cases with the blood you do and that kind of the work, and to provide the services you do to people in Marion County throughout the United States is just wonderful. We thank you and certainly deserve of a proclamation here today.
All right, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Al, for all you've done.
Okay, Kris, next item, please.
We have a report and notice of fiduciary supervisor on order to show cause against and setting hearing on delinquent or unprogressed estates. Mr. Glance is here, but this is a continuation of the process to get all these delinquent or unprogressed estates off of our docket. This sets a hearing on the matter for April 21st, 2021 at 10:30 a.m. for representatives, heirs, beneficiaries, creditors, etc., to appear and take appropriate actions in relation to these estates. Otherwise, the commission may take appropriate action to remove and appoint representatives or order the estates administratively closed. Dave, do you have anything else to add to that? I think I got the gist of it, but it's never that easy with the states.
Yeah, Commissioner, we're continuing to comply with the new law to get rid of these old estates. I would say for the April 21st hearing, most of the estates that we've dealt with up to now have been really old. We're getting closer and closer to the present time. So come April 21st, we may actually have some people show up. So far, nobody's shown up.
What date are we up to now, Dave?
Well, we're up to almost 2013. So we
Big progress, hasn't it?
Come a long way.
Yeah, that's for sure, absolutely.
one or two more and we'll be up to the current date.
Well, I move the commission sign the order setting hearing date for April 21st, 2021.
I second the motion.
And I'll concur. Thanks again, Dave. Next item, please.
We have a request for advice and consent of the commissioners from Julie Kincaid, County Clerk, to hire Jennifer McHugh as a full-time replacement employee with benefits effective March 22nd, 2021.
All right, I'll move the commission grants advice and consent to hire Jennifer McHugh as a full-time replacement employee with benefits effective March 22nd, 2021.
I second that.
And I concur.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the last item.
We have for the record a request for reimbursement from the West Virginia Division of Justice and Community Services to cover expenditures from February 2021 for our community day report program, and it's in the amount of $7,450.26. And again, that's for the record.
For the record, Kris, is there anybody that signed up today to speak?
No.
Do we have any other business today that we can conduct, or anybody have anything out there that'd like to say anything? If not,
Wow.
we will stand in recess. It's a pretty quick meeting.
I don't know what to do. Maybe I should say something.
Your prayers are pretty long sometimes. We probably could use another one.
Well, I think we ought to thank Kris Cinalli for what he did with the fish pond.
Yeah.
I think that's a tremendous asset for the youth and children of Marion County, and with the County Commission's blessing, with City Councilman Rice, I think they've made a great contribution to our youth and children's programs here in Marion County. So thank you, Kris.
Appreciate
Give him a hand up
Appreciate that, Dee Dee, but I really can't take credit. Basically opened it up for the community to come and work, and they did. I was just lucky enough to be in a position to, help facilitate that, provide a little bit of funding along with them. I went out and helped all I could, pick up trash and drag trees around. But it's really, I was just kind of the facilitator. I really don't deserve as much credit as I'm getting, but I do appreciate it. But I appreciate all the people that helped to make that in a very short amount of time, kind of an idea to a reality. That doesn't happen very often. But so yeah, I don't deserve a lot of the credit that I'm getting. I was just.
It's nice to be humble, Kris.
Well,
There's a little something fishy about that.
I don't even fish, so it's the bad thing.
For those of you that aren't aware, the county owns property that we used to call, still call it, I guess, the Poor Farm. We've owned it for many, many years. We tried to find different things to use it for out there. We had a couple little things going on out there one time, and a few years ago we started a little fishing park out there. We had a lake out there, a small pond, really not a lake, but we cleaned it up and it fell in disrepair and it started being used for the wrong things. And Kris, along with a friend of his on City Council, Josh Rice, they decided to do something about it. So humble as he is, he was teamed up with the City Council and the county, and it's good to see us work together anyway. And Linda even went out. She went out there, worked a little bit. Ernie and I was at airport meetings, trying to do what we can to, we got some big things happening over there. But they turned that into, with volunteers and a lot of hard work and elbow grease, they went out there and they put it back together. They re-gravelled the parking lot, they cleaned all the junk up, they cut the brush and trees down around, they made it very, very nice. And You don't have anything sometimes in the county for the kids. It's for the kids' fishing pond. And we got it stopped, and they cleaned it up, and they went out there, and I'm on Facebook. I don't really get on it a lot, but I don't know how many times that I've seen there where that popped up where different kids were catching trout, and there was 8 or 10 different times that I looked there and I saw kids with a smile on their face and parents standing behind them so proud and so happy it's something for them positive to do. I'm an avid fisherman. I fish everywhere for anything and all kinds of fish. I have a special reason why I'm happy that it took place. And fishing is something you can do. Anybody can do it, whether you're athletic or not, whether you're young or old, you can fish. And I enjoy it, and I'm certainly happy you all put that together for the youth of Marion County to enjoy. So thanks again for that. Appreciate that. If there's nothing else, this commission will stand in recess until, what's the next date, Kris?
April 7th, I think.
I never looked.
Yeah, April 7th.
Okay, we'll stand recess until April 7th, 10 o'clock. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.